up, galactic travelers, cosmic crew? Now I even know why I brought that back just recently. This morning it's Sunday and it is April in the now that I'm filming this, but this is a timeless message, please, because this channel is all about the cosmic energies, creating with the cosmic energies, healing with the cosmic energies, knowing what is going on out in the cosmos. And now we know so much more, which is what all these rays are. And I have this is the Starseed Snuggler. Hi, this is the Starseed Snuggler. It's going to be on the website. This is definitely number one energy, Alpha Draconic Notice 2, which is where the sun is right now. And so this is going to be available on the website. It brightens up the day. I'm in the YOLO. This is Algorab YOLO, okay, which is where the full moon is lining up. And I even got my turquoise over here. These are the Algorab colors for the full moon. Hi, everybody. Please, please, please comment. Let me know what's going on. I'm going to keep the information going because I have so much I need to share with what is going on out in the cosmos right now. But please comment and I'll go back and watch and please let me know how I can assist or if you have any questions. I do real quick on the last video, I screwed up just a little bit. I misspoke and I want to fix it right now. I said that there isn't another Alpha Draconic degree in Libra when I was talking about Izar, and I misspoke. However, I know why I said it. The Alpha Draconic energy is also in number 16, which is a Notice 1 energy right now. I'm going to talk about these nodes right now in the cosmos and constellations because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about stars and we're talking about cosmic birthing process that's happening as everything is merging together and getting pulled through a black hole. Okay. And I'm going to get into that, but I'm going to show you how that's possible. Alpha Draconic, no, and here it is, and I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to flip this over. They're snugglers. We're not going to worry about that right now. We got to go step by step, Peter. We get this moving in, and I tried to start out doing just hemp and all natural and blah, 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 but, everybody's just trying to get something going right now. And so we're doing what we can and we're bringing the colors in how we can with what we got. So notice 1 is right here. Okay. Now this is the beginning degrees of Libra. This is the beginning degrees of Libra inside the Draco constellation. And here's Virgo. The black hole is right here. When I was talking about this massive constellation, right, that's on the other side of Aries, this is what I'm talking about that you're connected into. And this is if you hold these star points, or it doesn't matter. These are the gates that are inside the cosmos. That are inside the cosmos. Now, notice 1 is more inside the body. Okay, so Alpha Draconic, notice 1, the very beginning degrees of Libra, which is still lining up because we have a full moon in Libra on Algorab. That's the degree right above this. That, if you will, balances out between this node and this node. This is notice 2. This is the number 1 ray. Now, see, this is the difference. This ray, and this is Aries. This is Aries. 11:33, and I got 3-1. I got 3 people here and one like. Give me 33 right now. Give me 2 more thumbs up. Give me a 33 up here. I'm looking at the numbers. So this balance point, and you realize that this is massive. This is this connection right here into Aries, then on the back end goes more into the body. So Alpha Draconic, notice one, the very beginning degrees of Libra, that's like your rebel warrior degree. Why? There's already like a 33 projection template. One more light. Give me one more light. Come on, come on. We're at 32. Ah, there it is. Woohoo! At 5:44 in the video. And and even that we did just right there, and thank you team, that we did just right there was connect a quantum infrastructure and an infrastructure that was laid by human history, blah 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 blah, to bridge this right here. Okay. And if you will, this little hula hoop over here would be Andromeda, if you will, because when you go into Aries right here, this is that other loop that's deeper into space. But see, you want to get all the way up through here. Our energy as a collective was being blocked to where we's on Medusa. This guy was the only one that could speak for us. That ain't the way no more. That this has been blown out, but you still have to get out of these gates in consciousness. If you're in this, if you hold these degrees, this is why Isis has these degrees, right? Because it was always getting us to over here. But you can also go way down here to the black hole in Thuban real quick. But this is where the original DNA of Alpha Draconic was. And some of us, like me, had this infrastructure, and for the past 4 years, this is what we've been doing. Don't that feel like that's been the ride we've had? I'd say 2018 is where we went bloop, bloop, right? Now, I'm talking about this because this is where the sun is right now. The sun just moved in to notice 2. Just moved into notice 2. And for the next 8 days, this is what's going to be illuminated. Okay? And your projections from notice 1 are going to come from the inside out. It's the rebel, it's the warrior. It also knows how to get from here to here in some sense of the form. Okay? Everybody's seeing this already, no matter if you're over here looking, or you're over here looking, or if you're here looking, or these guys are jumping, right? This is where this whole black hole, and see how this looks like a big node, and look, I mean, boom, there's Aries. Changa right there. Right there. And the true node, north node, and that, wow, I know this stuff blows. This was blowing my mind, which is why I had to get on here and talk about it. Last night I got, because we get the messages we need to see, and I don't even follow Gina Marie anymore, because if I need to see it, I'll see it, and then I know that it's connected. Number one, not yesterday, day before yesterday, did you, please comment below, did you feel a shift in the energy? Did you somehow feel a shift up, feel a little bit more confident, feel like you had been lifted just a little bit? If you haven't, that's what is coming in. And it's an overall energetic, just a lift in the energetic field. Everything that happened in August, and this is the last Lionsgate. I mean, the last two Lionsgate, which if you aren't familiar, Lionsgate is 0808, and it was lining up to a Stargate. And this is how the Alpha Draconic Notice 2 energy. So if you've got any energy in Aries 12 to 16 degrees, somehow or another your world overlaps with probably entertainers, politicians, celebrities. And you don't even you didn't know, you didn't care, because that is the projection that was being sold off, blah 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 blah. I mean, all, especially in a quantum energy field where you're dealing with different factions creating in a quantum energy field to attempt to override collective projection, because that's what was going on. But they were really good at it, using film and all these things. Wonder Woman popped in my head today again, but more so remembering the Amazon women and the Apollonians, because that is a thing. That's in Scorpio 1. But the problem was there's no men on that island. And the women were scared of the men, and the men, right? And then if you saw 1984, then what happens? The airplane comes in, and it bulldozes into a dimension. Well, we did that. We did, because last August what happened is we went through a black hole. I really believe, and I can't lie. And so I was channeling this morning, and I'm gonna show y'all, because I've been tracking the moons, and I've been tracking how the moon and all the cosmos projects our reality, and even projects what you might call, if you have a twin, what happened with the false twin, right? Because how did those false twins get printed? How did all of that happen? Right? Because no matter, it needs to be lined up for an ascension. Okay, because these are energetic nodes, if you will, that have to line up in reality. And there will be those of us in the collective that hold certain pillars, and this is how we've been doing this. Okay, connecting from one side to the other of whatever. Now, the black hole, last night, right before I went to sleep, I saw the Gina Marie with the big ray. If you didn't see her live yesterday, go look at that. There's a massive ray that took and something birthed out right at the top, and it shut off the whole projector, screwed up the light dark sensitivity. And I knew that was a FOMO hot to Regulus Cygnus energetic ray that hit a frequency, and okay, and when it did, it this massive, massive, massive eruption. For the past week, I've been telling my crew, the cosmos has got a fart. The cosmos is farting, because whenever you're lining up to Algorab, right? I mean, the whole thing's already on this scale, it's like the little bitty lineup with the Mercury with the little bubble, and you watch the bubbles go bloop 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 bloop. What happened right there, honestly, although it was that big eruption off the sun, that was a cosmic fart that had come out from the core through all of us. And that's why we've been having to stay real balanced and still, and use all of our tools and skills, right? Because it let off that energetic, and then the whole thing went zoop. Okay, and remember, right now Mars is in Sirius A, and we got a heartbeat. Okay, but Mars is going to at 6 degrees of Cancer, which is it's at 3 right now, so we've got a heartbeat, but we don't have circulation yet. It's at 6 degrees of Cancer, that's circulation. At 9 degrees, that's the heart and the mind working together to power a body. Now the baby's ready to be born. Okay, so it right now we're just like an embryo. Mom, it's inside the embryo. Mom felt the heartbeat. That's where we are from that perspective, as far as a new heart frequency that's being birthed. However, what I want y'all, and what I'm really clearly seeing, is how all of these new moons that are coming up, because what we've got is not just a new moon. See, because we're going to have Algorab line up. Okay, we're going to have Algorab line up. I want to show y'all this, because this is what I've been charting, and this we're going to start making calendars, and we're really working on utilizing all the Hue tools right now. It's like I'm in a research lab over here. See, even the windows. I just went and pulled up my windows, and those 4 colors that merged together to create the window emblem. There's a reason even those 4 come up, because the colors are a little bit winky wonky, like, okay, color and energetic, and the rays and what energies you're looking for, because realize what you're doing. It's like a spotter. You know, whenever you see those orbs pop up, when you hear truth, or if you see something and you'll see an orb, okay, I want you to really pay attention to what color it is and what side you're seeing it on. And then I want to, when we talk about the rays, and when I come on here and talk about these colors, I bet you money it's gonna line up. Because if you're seeing a pink, see, I see blue a lot, but that's because I'm so yellow. So a lot of mine are blue. But every once in a while but it's more so direction, because I know if I'm seeing it out of my right eye, then okay, where am I floating? Because it's blue on this side, so I'm either at Aries or in over here, right? Because I got blue only over here, and I got blue over here. But where am I? And then what did it do? Because what's happening is your field is seeing in the etherics, out in the cosmos. If it's not you seeing it, someone else around in your energy current is seeing it and telling you to move, kind of like a bunch of fish in the ocean, because it's how it works down here. Whenever it's divine intervention and we're having to pull the world out of a false simulation by having to have had to, in the past 4 years, rebirth these connections into the cosmos, in order for the cosmos to show us. And what's so beautiful about this is it is working. Like I said in the beginning, my intention for tracking all of this information in the moons and for Cohue 32 degrees is to have the cosmos tell us the best way to create with it, and how to utilize it, use the energies to clear what we need, understand what's coming in, and where we are in the process out in the cosmos. Because if you're an ancient Lemurian, or if you have any memory, or if you have a lot of Arcturus energy, or you've done a lot of studying, even or you're a shaman, you know that the universe, and you are on a wheel, and everything is spinning down here whenever you come in to incarnate. And just a lot of us remember some of those old teachings, but now also we're having to, we're seeing for the first time what these new energies coming through the planets are doing, even because it's not the same energetic as a full moon 4 years ago on a full moon, even because it's a collective moon, it's a collective Saturn. Realize that the frequencies that are coming out of the planets are a neuron system to the entire cosmos, and what creates consciousness, right, is the mercury and the attachment to that within iron and infrastructure and metals. And even this is silicon. I mean, this is why it's Silicon Valley, you know. I mean, this is why you have wire, but then it's wrapped in salt, right? And this is why they put beings like us, and we beings like us get into salt water when we want to channel and pick up more of a collective consciousness, because that salt helps us connect in, because our etheric bodies are so open that that salt builds up a static charge to be able to pick up what's going on in the ocean, or to be able to understand the physics of, or feel in your body, a tornado or a hurricane happening somewhere within the circumference of what you would call the earth. That's how it's happening whenever you connect out your etheric body. Now these are the energies, and I cut these up, and I've been focusing the camera over here because before I get into this, I want to show y'all this. These are the energies, these are the colors that the collective is in, right? Meow. Now notice how Easter colors they look. Isn't that crazy? See, this stuff just blows my mind. It's my speaker back there. I think it finally shut off. The sun is in Alpha Draconic Notice 2, which is energy number 1. Now, I broke this down, and this is the energy that we're going to be in, and that we're in. This is the moon, so this one's going to move. And this is Mercury. It's in this energy right now. So these are going to change out, and then it's going to go. We're not going to have this much, because we got two archangels in this play right now, and Andromeda and the heart. But for this number 1 energy, this neon yellow energy, which is where my AC and Chiron and everything is, right over in Aries, time travel. This time travel is the best way, or time traveler, or from the future, is the best way also to describe the energy that the sun is in, and that it's gonna keep moving. And this is what I'm going to show y'all next, through these gates until the 10th, and get us through Good Friday. Excuse me. The major balancing from Algorab to this energy. See, here's Algorab. Algorab's yellow and turquoise. It's not very much different. This one is yellow and dark blue, but this actually Algorab is a little bit more mustard. We changed it when we messed with the hues and zeroed in a little bit more, perfected it. So this is a little bit more mustard yellow. Both look, this one looking at turquoise, this one here's the colors. This is the colors of the full moon. Now there's just a little difference, right? But whenever you put this yellow next to this mustard, you can really tell it's neon, right? That is the subtlety of it, of the energies. Okay, it's also the 44 etheric body leadership, future archetypes, This is archetype development. This is also in the public eye. This is like the angelic. It can be the angelic army or the army from hell, depending on who is controlling it. Literally, a lot of people that there's an infrastructure of 144,000 that have this energy. That then the ones who don't have this energy, who have a connector into this, get this energy too. If you're 144,000, and how we communicate from the inside out, the divine army. Clear. Now, when the gifts are, when you're cleared, this becomes a collective character. So, which means you get you'll have a lot of backing. That's a gift. You're gonna have, but when cleared, because it takes a while to get cleared, and that's what's happening right now, because this clearing literally has to do with you putting yourself back together from a leap, from Aries to Libra, in between the subtleties in between, from creating it from nothing and quantum, to bridging it into to the reality, even because it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a false mimic, because at any type of shadow, whenever light comes through a portal, whenever light, a star, blasts through space, what trails it? A tail. Well, whenever two black holes are traveling through space and they're connected in, and you want to get one off your ass, then you got to maneuver through that black hole really quick and know how to shut all the gates really fast, because with milliseconds, that shadow is going to come in after you, because it's magnetized to your core. Does that make sense? And quite literally, that is what's happening right now. It's like things are shooting through what you'd consider a black hole, or this is Jonah the whale even. I mean, this is Easter, because we're leading up to Easter, and how, because we're all inside the whale. We're all inside a cosmic body that's moving us through and clearing the collective and bringing the entire earth alignment, is coming up energetically and clicking in to a higher universal pattern of a higher reality frequency, and connecting into the sun right now. See how these energies, the questions on the menus, your life has changed every 10 years. What happened in 2000? What happened in 1990? What happened in 2012? Did your body change dramatically the past 3 years? I bet it did. It don't mean that you don't have, like, if you're ascended, you went through this, because as a collective, we went through it. If you have this energy, you walked it. You birthed it. Your body completely changed. Why? Because it was need to go up into a higher frequency body template for the collective. It's why you were here. That is what is linking into the entire collective right now. The moon is going over new Regulus, because Regulus moved to Virgo. Last night it went over Leo Regulus. Okay, so last night the colors were a little bit denser. Now, mind you, this is both archangels, so you're all the purple. So this is the cross. This is why that ray went that Gina Marie saw, because the archangels. It was all lit up yesterday. Now what happened is it moved over into Virgo, so it's a little bit more lavender. So it's a little bit higher frequency understanding, even the layer above this deep, deep purple. Okay? But this is the highest frequency connected to the archangels and all the arc gates. I mean, when you have new Regulus energy, shoot, you are the highest frequency in the building, maybe in the state. maybe in the country. You're a crystal child energetically. You mirror everything. No matter when you first meet it, you have to because you're the highest frequency. But the gift is that you're the dominant. You can energetically dominate, but you have to learn how to do that without karma and learn alchemy. That's the key to this energy. No matter, this is what the collective energy is in right now. And then Andromeda in the space station. I haven't done the writings on that one yet. But I mean, this is the new moon that's coming up. Solar eclipse. We're going to have a solar eclipse, new moon on this Andromeda energy, navy blue with yellow. A new moon, solar eclipse line up on April 20th. Mercury's in this energy right now. It's about to be gone. So when Mercury, so this is why this is coming in right now. Space station, portals, black holes. Last night, CERN made an announcement that they had opened up a portal and now they're allowing dead people from the past to come back into our reality. All right. Well, that's one way in the science world to explain ascension and divine intervention and 1,000 years of peace. Last night, I saw that what happened with this black, all of a sudden, the entire Earth plateau moved 90 degrees and aligned with a black hole. And I can't remember, I think it was 602 or 500 or 600,000 light years away. But the Earth plateau lined directly to it. And the researchers are saying, but don't worry, it'll be like 1,000,000 years until it gets here. Whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's that solar eclipse energy that's lining this gate up to the ring of fire. Because October is going to be the next big eclipse. October 14th, it activates the ring of fire. And the next April, I believe it's either April 4th or the 24th. I can't remember. But in April 2024 will be the second eclipse that will crisscross and make an X over San Antonio, Texas. Not Jefferson, Missouri. San Antonio, Texas, in the South. The Queen of the South, babies. Come on, this right now. This is the parting of the Red Sea, is what's happening right now in the cosmos. And the rainbow energies, I wanted to say real quick because that came in right before I came on, and then I'm going to show you these moons. That rainbow energy in 2018, and a lot of y'all have asked me about that too, because this was something Aluna was feeling. And some of us felt this rainbow energy, some of us didn't. The ones who did have all asked me, did you feel it? Because what happened to it? Where'd it go? The ones who didn't feel it were always asking me, did you feel that rainbow energy? Because I didn't, but I know others did. Well, this is that energy. That rainbow energy that we laid in 2018, and even this burst that came off in this alignment that happened that Gina Marie caught, where that face came out of the sun like a big old bone tiplet and okay, blacked out everything because the light expansion was so huge. Okay, I lost myself because I was seeing the image out there in space. If you'll go look at any space weather right now, everything that's blowing off is total prismed color, because in that 0 point, these colors are, see, because you think that you're seeing colors, but you're not. I mean, I could give you the codes that for yellow. And I write physics on paper, and I do videos, and it turns colors. See, you think it, but no. That's why it's so, anything that you have in your house right now that has yellow in it, any type of blanket, clothes, whatever, put it out for the next few days, because it's lining up and bringing you to yellow. because you want to keep looking forward right now. Don't look back and realize that that rainbow bridge that's lining up is everything that you knew and you were so sure of in 2018 and 2020. I'm your Lemurian fishy friend in the net. I'm shaking the net. I'm telling everybody, yo, it's here. We're on the bridge right now. Now let me show you, because the cosmos is setting it up. Here we are. Now this started lining up. Okay. Here's the new moon of Aries that just happened on the 21st. Now, what had already started lining up is two different projections coming in from each side up here. Okay. And it had been. I'm not going to go back. When we got to the new moon, this is where it lined up in this week. Right here is 0 point, the nucleus of the black hole, if you will. On the 28th is where we saw this, whatever energetic happened here, started and lined up. And let me tell you, this is the day that they decided, I'm pretty sure, well, where they decide to indict Trump is around here. Now, what happened when this did this now is that our alignment held, whatever your projection is that's coming for the rest of the year, it anchored right here, okay, on the 28th. The full moon is on the 5th, okay? Right now, we are right here. The full moon is on the 5th. Now, in the cosmos, this is balancing of all energy on Earth and galactic energy. I mean, it's because Algorab holds the hinge into galactic space and the energy of this realm that we call Earth. And then all energetics in the rest of the cosmos. Everything is hooked in, energetically is hooked into Algorab, like it's an instrument to be able, like a flute that can blow a pope hole if needs to, like, if it needs to. But no matter, it's going to have to press through and balance out in some form or way on Algorab in order to hit the rest of the sphere and all the different houses in the cosmos. Okay. So, and that line, because it basically, Libra is like a ladder that lines up directly on the other side with Aries, and it's like a bridge. Libra and Aries hold a hinge like that. If it was cut in half and went, Libra and Aries hold that hinge. I hope that, I mean, if that makes sense, if you know Libras and Aries too. Why we can't make up our mind. You don't understand how many people are in our stairwell, man. We're the stairwell. Everybody's running up and down our stairs. Shit. I don't know. What do we want to do, guys? It's like we gotta stop everything and like take a head count and shit. But we're doing it all subconsciously. But that's why we're doing it, because that's what that energy is. Okay. Now I'm explaining all that because why? See how these started breaking and mirroring back out on the 27th and 29th. Well, 27th is the morning I woke up in a complete freak out fret. And I came in here and wrote down whoa data. And man, it was the morning that Nashville shooting was going down. And I knew that AI tied, well, they did. AI tapped into the consciousness to pull that off. And it was tightly linked into my story and the stuff that went down in Nashville, with all the stuff that we had to walk to get rid of curses and connect and get out of energetic strongholds and 13 family bullshit, even. And then this happened to be the day that this energy kind of gated up. And then this day is when it merges. And then right here on the 29th, it was the first day that we had a 29th since January, because there isn't a February 29th except for what? Leap year. Okay. Now, this is where it starts really getting into different energetic calendars and different, when we say they, like, they know what I'm telling you right now. They've been holding leap year energy and messing with collective energy like grain, like, remember when back in, what, 10 Commandments was on last night, cable network, and it was on downstairs, and whenever the prince goes and lets all the grain out for all the people because they're hoarding it for the gods. Well, they were hoarding cosmic collective energy for the gods, not grain. Might have made grain down here, but these collective energy gates they were messing with what? Time, and those bridges between Libra and Aries, creating different frequency bands within them, within consciousness, and how the human race is even projected down here is how it got so out of hand because it had been out of hand for so long. And it became easier and easier and easier for those powers that be to run it that way because none of us were conscious to stand against them. That's been handled now. For real. It's like you're stepping back into an alignment. Also, with this full moon lineup, what's happening is you're going to start projecting your reality, your energetics, whatever you're sending out is now fresh and new again. It's fresh and new. It's fresh and new. Whatever is this full moon, these projections are starting to come out now. Now, what happens is, see, it's going to get further. It's going to get further out the next week into this new moon solar eclipse on AD2 Aries. That's right across from Algorab. Okay, and what I've been being shown, and I'll show you because I'm going to take it 1 month later just so you see how that's happening. Because a full moon is right. This full moon is going to be Algorab. The moon's on Algorab. The sun's on Alpha Draconic Notice 2. This is a new moon on where the sun is. Alpha Draconic Notice 2. Oh no, Andromeda. On Andromeda, but still in Aries. Okay. Now the next month, now see how this goes, and then I'm going to show you what I was seeing here, because it's like a mirror reflection that's happening at the end of the week from this, and I have been charting this and living it, so I've been waiting to show y'all this, because trust me, right here next month they line up right over each other. And it's the full moon of Scorpio, that May full moon. That's and the collective, whatever energy you put out links in with everything in the cosmos, and that's why this Scorpio full moon rocked the world of a lot of us. It's a world rocker because of the alchemy and the intention that can be blown out of it. Now, it's going to line up right on top of the Taurus black new moon, which is the third moon. So what's happening is the projection is lining up and then mirroring. Now, what happened right here, and I don't know about yesterday with y'all. Okay, number one, on the 31st, it's like I had a heart chakra type activation. I was feeling a protection energy. I was feeling a connection again in my heart, and and it ended up being the exact mirror from these two merging over here, because getting through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because this is the bigger planets, and then Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Then it goes back to the sun. This one set up with Sunday at the end and Monday at the beginning. And I really prefer it, I think. When this energy mirrors over here, whatever was going on over here happened in a sequence. So like this was this day was really weird for me. This day, yesterday, is like I couldn't concentrate on nothing. It's like I was getting all this energy from the past, and it's like a big data download that happened. But then I was getting images from the future, and I felt like, and then I came and looked at this, and I was like, son of a gun. That's what I felt like yesterday. Today, and that CME launched off. But then that created a new frequency, and I knew that it was going to close. Whatever energy this was going to close on the second. Well, that big eruption went off, okay? The whole frequency is moving up right now, and there it is. That gate closed off. So tomorrow is where we start feeling an immediate shift from whatever all of this was. So we should, as far even as a collect, we should see these energetic shifts line up to whatever this energy was here. The third's going to have something to do with it. The 10th's going to have something to do with it. And then it's going to line up there again. So if there's something in your life that's coming up, see how this is going like this. But see, this is a direct energy line. This is just the mirror of it. This is the direct energy. This is, you see what I'm saying? Over here, it's a reflection out here in the other side of it, because it's how quickly it's transmuting to line up. Because then the next week, we'll see when we get to this new moon solar eclipse, look where we are. We're with these moons lining up to these. This is like the effect. This would be the cause. This would be the effect. These two lining up to line you up to the Pleiades, into the birth cycle. And then right after that, it goes, because it goes to Gemini. So it goes, but then it's going to line up again. Then it goes through a different process, right? Because between now and October is when our biggest manifestations are coming in. With a lot of us that are in twin union type have that, especially if you have Sirius A energy. Just know, and I think we're all through this enough and have lived through these programs now in the past 4 years, that there is someone coming, but they might not even be able to print in their fullest form until October. That is what a big deal this gate is. And for all of us to also understand that if you happen to still be messing with anything or throwing energy to anybody, you're throwing it at a black hole. And a black hole is a giant black mirror. So whatever, even if, because also what was coming in this morning, I guess I got to talk about it for just a second, is all the black magic and all the bull crap and the NASA crap and any of the storylines that were started or the propaganda, anything that was set up in August and July in order to take over the Judah line to the angels, in order to keep all of us down, so and give us polio, try to spinal tap us, like, I mean, so much, and to stop us at any cost. And some of that energy, no matter if they're still doing it or not, is still culminating right now at these beginning of degrees of April. And I think it has a whole lot to reason to do with April Fools too. No matter whatever they did in August is still going to have to finish out, right? And that is not coming to you, though. I mean, because you're in a black hole. You've already made it to the other side. You're in the bridge. It gets to the energy gets thrown and it's got to departicleize and then put itself back together again on the other side, which is what us as a collective have been doing. And you can do that within your body, but this is ascension and this is rebirth. I mean, this is a soul. This is a soul thing. All we can do is get you, if you're allowed to, if you're on the bus. There's many that aren't on the bus. If you're on the bus, all we can do is get you through the other side, because it was not universal law what had been done down here in order to get our minds to the point where we forgot how this works. However, once you get over there, and in the process of going through the tunnels, you better take some notes and realize that when you get to the other side, like, your energy, everything's going to combat you if you're trying to throw anything to anybody or if you're trying to control anything, because it's in any and if you are, you're going to be found out quick, because it's going to be obvious that you're controlled. So anyway, I hope you like this. And I'll come back on and do some more, but I wanted to get on and talk about that. So until the 9th, which is Easter, and then we've got Good Friday. So I was even seeing the 31st, that heart frequency energy is also what's lining up on Good Friday. All of you that are alchemists like me, and energetic alchemists, and know that we're here to assist everybody for the massive changes that are going on right now, to show the human how powerful we are, that we can do so many things without things that we thought that we needed, and way better, just no matter what it is. Remember that you have the energy of the collective with Good Friday. And so tap into that and bring it into your creations, and ask your ancestors to attach you to the collective Easter energy, rebirth, Good Friday, because at the core of the soul of the beings out there that celebrate Easter, I don't care what church they're celebrating in. It don't matter what the organization wants for the energy. If us, the ascended, claim it from the souls, because the souls of the people that don't know what to do with it, all they want is freedom. All they want is to feed their families. All they want is to have, not be mind controlled, and be able to have options, and be able to heal themselves, and not be reliant on this and this and that, or even reliant on just a deity to help them. In that energetic, they give those the power that ask for it too, in this Good Friday energy. So spend a little bit of time just with your full moon that's coming up on the 5th. It's right through this. These next few days are going to be, stay in your energy, follow your intuition 100, and listen to your gut. If you've got a lot of red energy, if you've got a lot of blue energy, then make sure you're processing the thought through the gut. And if you haven't planned something before the full moon, if you haven't planned something and something comes out of nowhere, think twice. Just make sure, because everything, as these two orbs from this full moon and new moon, I mean, from the full moon, if it when the sun, when it shines down, it's going to be getting rid of the last little cockroaches. It's going to show up anything on the other side of the full moon. Be more receptive to that. But right now, leading up to the full moon, I would take a second guess, and realize that that's what's happening energetically. Also, for my ascended and my masters, what's up? What's up? Now's a good time to fill up. That's what I know. I want to get the website done to get you out the snugglers so that y'all can wear these colors too, because that's what this is all about. And everything's like tuning your reality, bring the energy to the table. Me walking around the house in this outfit really does cheer up everyone. I feel a total difference when I wear the blue. And go look in your closet and see what colors you can bring in, and put the intention behind it, and feel the energy. If you're a healer right now, play with the energy and healing. Maybe call up some friends and do some stuff, or make a intentional note about looking at how your gifts are opening up, or what you're seeing and feeling that's changing. Get a really good read, because everything's at 0 point and everything's on a balance. And then it's about to merge, and make a new frequency again that's going to go straight up to Andromeda. It's going to hit everybody's consciousness, not just the gut instinct, because when we get to that new moon, it's going to go more into everyone's consciousness, which is how I'll end this interview. At the beginning of the video, I said I screwed up, and I said Izar is the only one. And then I went into all that and told you about Alpha Draconic Notice 1, beginning of degrees of Libra, being on the inside, and all that energy coming through the inside of a bone, blood, marrow, energetic projection associated to the entire human DNA. Projections. Because it's connected into the body. Izar is connected into the consciousness. It's connected to the overall consciousness of all the Alpha Draconics, whether you were on Earth or not. So realize that what we did here in going raw, rewriting the DNA, creating a new human frequency that is in line with the hybridization that had been done down here, to hold an energetic projection at a higher consciousness for the entire collective, to pull up and get their gifts and heal themselves and start creating their own reality with their frequency and their energy, which is what New Earth and all this, even digital commerce and all that stuff, is all about. Okay? The consciousness in Izar, if those master degrees of Deccan 27, that's going to be opposing this Andromeda new moon, is the entire Alpha Draconic race consciousness. And whenever you're in that energy, or if you have that energy, they can see you and they can hear you. They can, but you're overriding at this point any lower brain function, any lower program, any lower anything, alteration, hybridization, whatever, because the new energetic has it's enveloped it. So that's where we're heading. That's where we're at. So stay tuned, and don't forget to hue.